Hey folks, this is Nate Grace here with Tidewater Decoys. Thought I would show you guys how I put eyes in a decoy. So this is a decoy that I've been carving for a friend of mine. It's a Drake goldeneye. So it's been pretty much all sanded. It's ready to be primed. It's ready for the eyes to go in. You can hear it's a hollow decoy. I just put the brand on it tonight. So one of the last things we have to do before we put any primer on it is to put the eyes in it. So we're going to do that now. So we've got a couple of different eyes here. We've got some flat back glass eyes. These are 10mm yellow. As you can see, they're very yellow with a black pupil. And we've got some other over here. These are kind of like two-tone yellow with a little bit of white around the pupil. These are concave eyes. I think these are hand painted by Tohican Glass Eyes. These are really nice eyes. So I think I'm going to go with these, just because I like these and they really stand out on a decoy. So what I've done here is I've used my 10mm eye hole drill. This is a Charlie Hall eye hole drill. You can use one of these if you can find them. I don't know if they make them anymore. Or you can use a small Forstner bit. You want to stay away from drill bits like this. These tend to walk or wander a little bit in the wood, and it's hard to get a nice clean hole. So I would use something like a very small hole saw or a Forstner bit, or if you can find one of these Charlie Hall 10mm eye hole drills. These are really good. I don't know if they make these anymore. I got this a few years ago, but it's been really great. So that's for drilling out the holes. And then use this two-part epoxy wood putty. You can find this at any kind of woodworking store. It's got the hardener on the inside and the resin on the outside, and you mix these two together, and within about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours it hardens rock solid. This is water soluble. It's a nice thing about this is it will heat up a little bit of hot water and some soap. So let me see here. I've got my little tool that I use to push the putty into the eye hole. This is just a little dentist tool. You can get these through MDI. You can find them on eBay. They're pretty cheap and they're nice to have. So I've got two little pieces of epoxy putty here, about the size of a pea, maybe a little bit bigger. So we're going to go ahead and put some in this one eye here. Kind of fill the hole up a little bit. Hopefully you can see this on the camera. I want to put in enough putty to fill up about 3/4 of this hole. So I'm going to go ahead and put some in there. I'm going to press that in to kind of fill up the void. You want to make sure that you get enough in there that it fills up the entire space and that there's no way for water to seep in behind the eye, because if that happens, if you're out hunting like in the late season like it is now, this is January, a lot of goldeneyes around now, and you get water in behind the eye and that water freezes, it'll pop the eye right out. So what you have to do is get enough in there to fill the hole up, pretty much, not quite to the top, but just enough. We can adjust that. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to take my eye here, going to drop it in. What's kind of cool about putting eyes in a decoy is it comes to life pretty quickly. Just want to check that in the front. Now ideally, your eyes are going to look forward and down across the top of the bill. So you can see that eye is kind of looking out. So I'm just going to take my little tool here and push it down. And forward. Just like that. Pretty good. Alright, let's do the other side now. Yeah. I'm going to take my wood putty, push it down to the hole, get that to fill up. seal up all the edges. Don't worry about getting flat. As long as there's some meat there on the glue to stick to the eye, it's gonna hold it. Okay, so just check that. You can see that the eye's looking kind of up that way a little bit. So I'm going to take my tool, this little dental pick. If that's better light, you can see that. I'm going to push this in just a tad. It down into the front a little bit. You can see it adjust this other eye over here, so it's looking more forward. That eye there on the left is looking really forward now, which is good. Tap it forward a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. You can pop it out. Well, not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Almost there. Adjust this right eye a little bit. There we go. Alright. So I gotta just push this top in a little bit more on this side. Well, that's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to push this in a little bit more. Alright. We're almost there. More adjustment. Well, that's pretty good. Now you can see both eyes are looking forward and are looking kind of down the bill, which is what you want. You know, a decoy doesn't have to be perfect. You know, a duck's not going to care, but when you pick a decoy up in your hand and look at it, you want the eyes to look the same. You know, factory decoys, they really don't care how the eyes go in. They just put them in, and you can have one looking up to the right, another one looking down to the left. But when we do them, we carve a decoy by hand. We want to make sure that the eyes look good and they're lined up, and it looks like an actual duck. So now what I got to do is just take my carving knife and kind of relieve the wood around the eye a little bit more, and it should be good. But there you have it. So I can get this in the light a little bit more. Looks pretty good. And you have a duck there that has more or less come to life. I'm just going to put some paint on it, and it'll be done. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope it gave you some insights and some tips on how to set eyes in your own decoys. Thanks for watching.